Hello everyone, and welcome back to another interesting video. Today, we'll discuss most asked coding interview questions that frequently asked in any technical interviews. Along with each question, we'll provide a detailed explanation of the problem and a step-by-step solution. So, whether you're preparing for an upcoming interview or just looking to sharpen your coding skills, this video is absolutely for you. So if you are ready, let's start today's video. Question 1. Write a Python code to check if a number is odd or even. This is the Python program to check if a given number is odd or even. In this example, we start by asking the user to input a number using the input function. We use int function to convert the user's input to an integer since we want to perform mathematical operations on it. Next, we use the modulo operator % to determine whether the number is even or odd. When you divide a number by 2, if there is no remainder, it's even, otherwise, it's odd. We use an if statement to check this condition. If number %2 equals 0, it means the number is even, and we print that result. Otherwise, if it's not equal to 0, it's odd, and we print that result. Finally, we print out the result to the user. Now let's run the Python file to see the expected result. Open your command prompt, type Python space file name, which is interview.py in my case, then press enter. This will ask you to enter a number. If you will enter an even number, example 4, the code will print 4 is even, and if you will enter an odd number, example 7, the code will print 7 is odd. You can try with more others number if you want. You will see the expected output. Question 2. Write a Python program to print characters from a string that are present at an even index number. For example, if the user enters hello world, the code will print HLOOL. This is the Python program to print characters from a string that are present at an even index number. In this program, we start by asking the user to input a string using the input function, and we store it in the input_string variable. Then we initialize an empty string called even_index_characters to store the characters at even indices in the input string. Then we use a for loop to iterate through the input string. The loop goes from index 0 to the length of the string with a step of 2. This means it will only consider characters at even indices, e.g. 0, 2, 4, etc. Inside the loop, we concatenate, add, the character at the even index to the even_index_characters string. And finally, we print the even_index_characters string, which contains the characters at even indices of the input string. Now let's run the Python file to see the expected output. Open your command prompt, type Python space interview.py and press enter. It will ask you to enter a string. If you will enter hello world, the code will print characters at even indices, HLOOL, as you can see on the screen. You can try with any other string. You will get expected output. Question 3. Write a Python program to return the count of a given substring in a string. For example, if the user enters the string, hello Python, I wants to learn Python because Python is easy to learn, and wants to count the substring, Python, the code will print, the substring, Python, appears 3 times in the string. Here is the Python program to count the occurrences of the substring in the string. In this program, we start by asking the user to input a string using the input function, and we store it in the input_string variable. Next, we ask the user to input the substring they want to count using the input function, and we store it in the substring variable. We use the count method on the input_string variable to count the occurrences of the substring within the input_string. The count method returns the number of non-overlapping occurrences of the substring in the string and stores it in the count variable. Finally, we print a message that includes the count of the substring in the string using an f-string. The message informs the user how many times the specified substring appears in the input string. Now let's run the Python file to see the expected output. Open your command prompt, type python space interview.py and press enter. It will ask you to enter a string. If you will enter the string, hello Python, I wants to learn Python because Python is easy to learn, and wants to count the substring, Python. The code will print, the substring, Python, appears 3 times in the string as you can see on the screen. You can try with other string as well if you want. Question 4. Write a Python program to check if the given number is a palindrome number or not. Before writing program, let's understand what is palindrome number. A palindrome number is a number that is the same after reverse. For example, 545 is the palindrome numbers. Here is the Python program to check palindrome number. In this program we start by asking the user to input a number using the input function, and we convert it to an integer using int, storing it in the variable number. To check if the number is a palindrome, we need to compare it to its reverse. However, numbers are not directly iterable like strings, so we convert the number to a string using str, and store it in the variable number_str. We then use string slicing with the ::-1 notation to reverse the number_str and store it in the variable reversed_str. This creates a reversed version of the original string. Finally, we compare number_str and reversed_str using an if statement. If they are equal, it means the number is a palindrome, and we print that. Otherwise, we print that it's not a palindrome. Now let's run the Python file to see the expected output. Open your command prompt, type python space interview.py and press enter. It will ask you to enter a number. If you will enter 545, it will print 545 is a palindrome number. As you can see on the screen, you can try with others number if you want. You will see the expected result. As you can see on the screen. Question 5. Write a Python program to display all prime numbers within a given range. Here is the Python program to check prime number in a given range. In this program we start by asking the user to input the starting and ending numbers of the range using the input function, and we convert them to integers using int, storing them in the start and end variables. We define a function is_prime number to check if a number is prime. This function uses the primality test known as the 6k plus or minus 1 rule, which efficiently checks for prime numbers. In the main part of the program, we use a loop to iterate through the range of numbers from start to end, inclusive. For each number in the range, we call the is_prime function to determine if it's prime. If a number is prime, we print it. We also use end equals in the print function to separate the prime numbers with spaces instead of new lines, so they are displayed on the same line. Now let's run the Python file to see the expected output. Open your command prompt, type python space interview.py and press enter. It will ask you to enter start and end number. If you will enter the range from 10 to 50, the code will print prime numbers between 10 and 50 and then list all the prime numbers in that range, separated by spaces. As you can see on the screen, you can try with other range as well if you want. As shown on the screen. That's all for this video. We will see more coding questions for technical interview in upcoming video. So if you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up and turn on bell notification for more tech videos. And if you have any confusion or questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring and keep coding. Thanks for watching. Happy coding!